Hey guys, so in this tutorial I'm going to show you guys how you can use Slug as part of your URL for each of your items in a collection type, because Strapi by default uses an item's ID as part of the URL to get that single item. So for example, I have here a post collection type. It has two fields, a title field and a content field, and I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna make a post, and it's just gonna have random content on it. And I'll add a second one. I'll just call it random sample post, and again random content. So now I have, oh, I forgot to put to publish this one post. Okay, so now I have two posts, and if I reach the end point, so it should be /post since my collection type is called posts. So I got a status code error because I did not set the permissions for my content type. So just go to settings, users and permissions plugin, click on roles, and click on public, and down over here where it says your collection type, mine says post, I'll check find one and find, and then I'll click save. So now we should be able to reach that endpoint, posts. So we have here two posts. As you can see, it's organized because I'm using a Chrome extension, and I believe it's called a JSON formatter right here. And it pretty much just organizes the JSON code, makes it more readable. So now if I try to reach, let's say I want to get this post right here, this random sample post, I can type in the ID number to get that post. And as you can see, I have all the information I want from that post. But if I try to use a slug, let's say random sample post, it's not gonna let me because one, I don't even have the field to create a slug for this post, and two, I don't have it set so that Strapi uses the slug as part of the URL. So what we'll do first is we'll head over back to Strapi. We will modify our content type. Yeah, just hit reload. Content types builder, and we will create a UID called Slug, and we're going to attach it to the title field. Hit finish and save. So now we'll go over to our posts, and we'll go into each of our posts, and as you can see, we have our slug field over here, and we got to generate the slug. Since we attached it to the title field, it automatically generates the slug based on your post's title. You can also modify it as you like. It doesn't have to be from the regenerated content. So I could modify the slug I have on this post. I'll call it random sample PO, hit save. And for the other post, oh, been to that one already, I will just generate and just leave it there. So now let's just view the slug here. So you can see both of our posts have a slug field, And so if we go back to our endpoint, as you can see now, each of our posts have a slug. So now what we're going to do is we are going to open up VS Code with our Strapi application, and we are going to go over to API, and the folder, mine's called post since my collection type is post. Yours is going to be different, whatever your collection type is. And I'm going to go over to controllers and posts.js. I'm going to click on this link here, and it's going to open up the documentation for creating a controller. So down over here we can click on find one. We're going to copy this code and we are going to paste it in our posts.js file, like so. Now we're going to have to do some modifications here. As you can see, it's set to ID. We're going to change it to slug, and we are also going to change this to slug. And also our content type is called posts, so we're going to change this to post, and I believe this one as well. We'll change to post, and I'm going to hit save. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the config folder and open up the routes.json file. We're going to scroll down to where it says /post/:id, and we're going to change ID to slug and hit save. We'll go back to our endpoint, and now we'll try to query this post using its slug, and we'll enter this in the URL bar. And as you can see, we were able to query that single post using its slug. And that's the end of today's tutorial, guys. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and please subscribe for more videos, and we'll see you next time.